Hello and welcome to the start of a new playthrough on Space Engineers. Gone ahead and landed myself on Mars. This is a modded playthrough. I've just been really wanting to get into doing a series, and still a couple weeks out from being able to get to the server play. I should be able to run this right alongside that, so get rid of that auto lock. Fix that. These got damaged. That's hilarious. First things first, kind of survey the area a little bit. One of the mods, obviously, is AI enabled and another crew enabled. I'm not seeing any ore directly around here. I don't know why I'm checking like this, though. I have ore detectors plus is another one of the mods in here. So let's go to the ore detector. And instead of being 50 to 100, I can now crank that all the way up to 600 meters. So we've got ice at 526, nickel at 650, iron, ice, gold off that direction. That's nice. Let's go ahead and turn off the ore detector for now. I think the music might be a little on the loud side. Just got audio. Pull that back down. I have turned down the sound volume overall in the game because I'm starting a new game. That means a lot of mining of stone. And to make the start of the game quicker, I went ahead and put the refinery efficiency up to ×10, as well as my own inventory space. That's just for the first couple episodes. I will be turning those back down to what most people are going to have when they just start out, which is ×3. So anyway, let's go ahead and get working on some stone. I was trying to look around and see if there's a place I want to build my landing zone outpost. What is this over here? There's ore over here of some kind. Iron. I might just build it on top of this iron, like build some kind of a drill rig over here. Iron rock. That is all very nice. I have the unlimited speed mod on, and I forgot about that for a second, and it almost cost me my life, if you didn't notice there. So anyway, back to doing this. You can get surface rocks if you want, but it's far more efficient to dig down until the ground changes color. In this case, it might just be changing the texture a bit. Yeah, it's just changing the texture. It goes from smooth to rough. This should be much better quantity of stone mined here. Just hold F and get all this here. I'm not planning on staying where my landing zone is permanently, but I am going to put a permanent outpost here and kind of need one to get started anyway to be able to do other things I'm wanting, which is essentially build a small grid vessel that can carry everything I need to start building a base, like an actual base, and using that to scout out and find a location for said base. So unfortunately, I did not increase my ship's inventory. I figured that would be a bit too cheaty, and if I decide to try making this thing fly, which probably not going to, I'm probably going to delete this thing, scrap it down. I do want to get in here. There's a data pad, should be. Get back out of the seat, and that will tell me where there's a station. I do kind of want to play around with the economy this time round. Okay, and that's pointing me up to an orbital station. I also have some AI mods in. That's the Incon Gremlin there. So hopefully I don't become somebody's lunch along the way. I do have the Reavers mod, but I'm not going to turn that on until I'm much more secure. That mod scares me. Go ahead and drop that back in here. Let's see. So if I'm going to be building a rig over this iron, that means I should probably build my outpost right over here. So that's what I'll work on. Let's just go ahead and mark that real fast. GPS. Okay, call that the lazy outpost. Pods over this way. Watch my speed. I should be able to drop off some more of this now. And I've got one more load of that on me. So this will go a little bit faster as I get a little bit of stuff to actually build things. I have a full 1 day for the day length, so that's going to be moving very slowly. I also have a mod for being able to jump into a cryopod and sleep through the night. It states cryopod. I'm not sure if it works for beds. That will require a little bit of testing and fiddling around with. Most of the mods I have on here are things that I'm very used to using and like using a lot. And some of them are ones that are going to be on the server that I don't know much about and I'm wanting to learn more. So let's go with 25 interior plates and 8 of those. I'm just going to get rid of this stuff on here. It didn't turn progression on it, did it? No, okay. I was pretty sure I had turned off progression. I also have the Azimuth power pack and Azimuth ore detectors. Far more powerful ore detectors than even the ore detector plus enhanced vanilla ones. Okay, and there's all of those. Right, I was getting rid of that for beam and light armor and interior block, which is the truss pillars. Now, so let's see. Back over here. Color. What color? Well, for this outpost for now, let's go with a darker yellow here, darker orange. How does that look? All right. That's slope beam. There, and then for the floor, I like my smooth interiors. And then outside here, we're going to have a light armor border. No, let's go with light armor slopes here. Yeah, we'll do that. And let's keep that to where there's a middle block for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means back over here to number 6. We want that there. And number 5.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
That way. Oh, I don't have any more steel plates. I'll have to fix that. I am out of fuel. Well, at least I'm only a couple 100 meters away. And I still have plenty of oxygen. Maybe I should grab my bottles, though. That would be a good idea. And there is no O2 on the planet, but there is atmosphere, so atmospheric thrusters are going to be the way for me to go get something up and flying. I've got some ideas of what I want to do for that. Let's go ahead and just get one more of these for right now. Recharge this and get my bottles. Fortunately, I have 2 sources of ice nearby, and I also, when landing, saw that I'm not too far from some ice caps of some kind or another. Not all of this is going to be the same atrocious yellow. The border is, these are the floors. I don't know what color they're going to be, so for right now they're just keeping the atrocious color, and let's make sure that they're actually clean. Okay, so we've got 7 by 7 is what we're going for. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'll have to get the rest of the borders around and the little supports. And I'll have to get stairs up onto it. But this is mostly just going to be for getting my assembler and refinery up and running, moving the survival kit. I am on permadeath, so if I die without having a survival kit or something to land at, that's it for me. So hopefully I can keep at least one of those alive somewhere on the map. Back to some mining. And then before throwing in my spoils from mining here, I'm going to queue up some more interior plates and burn through what iron I have. I'm not in a terrible rush to get power up. I would rather get my little foundation down, and then I'll start worrying about getting my first wind turbines going. Another one of the mods I have on here is stackable wind turbines. I really like that one. It gives you the ability to just go ahead and stack up on top of each other and make a tower of them. Much more efficient for trying to get a lot of power in a small area out of wind. Okay, so that's not using much iron at all. This is why I like interior plates to get going. At the same time, you'll notice a pop-in with the interior plates. Even with me having a large distance, there's kind of up here out of nowhere. Interesting that it's not doing that right now. Usually it is. I've seen it on quite a few streams as well. Okay, how are we doing there? That should be good for now. So let's go back to 6. get these laid out. I don't think this one's going to be conveying too many things underneath it, so I will eventually be getting the whole floor welded up. It's a little tricky once I start putting things on it, but it is what it is. This is my first time using the colored HUD mod. I really like that. Just at a glance, be able to see everything going on there. My hydrogen bottle needs a bit of a refill. All right. And I've got 36 more interior plates that will allow me to do come on, where's the pillar at? There we go. These do require construction components as well, but I'm fine with that. And since I have the light armor on this side, I'll put it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The bottom wind turbine, when I get it there, might not be working at its best, but the one on top of it will be fine. So I'll just go ahead and get ready for 2 of those. And I really like the way those look. And eventually on the top, when I've decided that this particular tower is complete, I'll put a nice blinking red light. I've got plenty of space, plenty of hydrogen, and a little bit of time to get this. So let's come over here and see what this is. Mostly because free stuff like credits. I'm willing to get into the economy this time. It's nice if I have money to get into the economy. Not sure how much I have left to unlock. Leopard welder. Go ahead and grind this down. Yeah, I'm still carrying a bunch of stone. That is fine. Because I have times 10 inventory right now, I can just carry everything. Like I said, I'm only going to have that for the first episode or 2. And then I'm going to change those back to a normal ×3. I just want to be able to show the entire process of getting started while not wasting my time or yours. Just getting it done quickly and efficiently. I mean, I am doing some dithering because I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but no solid plans. So let's drop this stone in here. I still have another load of stone for that. I don't have anything directly needed for what I'm working on, other than a few motors. I think the computers are actually needed too. Let's just go ahead and dump in what I do have before I try looking for places to squeak all this stuff away to. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab you and you. Right click with the welder in hand to put it into your build planner in the G menu. And that allows you to queue up the things that you need for them back here at your survival kit. It should be ready for me to throw in that last bit there. I am wasting a lot of hydrogen all over the place. So let's go ahead and Add components from build planner to production queue. Hit that button. And we definitely have enough to get both of those up and running. The stone redded out there is because I queued up a crap load of stone being melted down by this. Whoa. Well, while I'm down here, I may as well go ahead and get some more stone, I guess. I might want to put some kind of railing around this or build something over the top of it to hide it. I'll get there. I'm a lone engineer. It's not like I have OSHA or MSHA breathing down my neck. I should be fine. Let me just make sure I'm getting it from anywhere it might be stuffing it. Go put these in. I'll also have to get a battery built, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just more stone. Just a few girders and that'll be good. Nothing for that one yet. Okay, put those girders, put more stone in. I know that's slowing down my production there, but it's also giving me what I need to produce the next things. I also have build info and build vision in. So once this is up and running, I should be able to see how it's doing here. Specialized overlay available. Control plus. It's a cycle. Oh. Don't know. I still need to learn a lot about that mod as well. Okay, not so much of that left. The stone is almost done being cut down. Let's go ahead and put that, and that away. That, I know none of that is needed. A hydrogen bottle still fine for now. Okay, we can kind of see the base already. I will need at least a small control room where I can hide and be able to take off my helmet without dying. So once I get the basic refinery, basic assembler, a battery and power up and running over there, a small cargo container, I'll probably build that. Doesn't take that much to build a small room. And I will definitely have to figure out different colors to use around here because too much of that is definitely going to beat you without any questions. And I'm not even good at things of an aesthetic nature, and I know that. Let's see. 24 girders. Okay. That still has a little over 300 iron. I don't need these two items either. Incon Gremlin XL is still in my sights. It's almost gone though. They've got a very wide antenna range. Almost like they're begging for trouble. I'm going to try to keep myself with a smaller footprint overall as far as my signals go. At least until I've got defenses. Once a base has defenses, I feel it can broadcast itself. Alright, so there's part of the equation, the power. And that should be enough power for now. Assembler. Go with the basic assembler, put that in the build planner, and tell it to go. I need more stone. So, back at it. Fortunately, once I finish the basic assembler and the basic refinery, I can just go and get direct ore, which will be much more efficient and faster, even though I will still be on foot mining it by hand. I do a lot of by hand mining in the early game. It's just easier, especially if you happen to be turning your inventory space up to 4,000 liters like I did. Okay, actually I can save on that and that. How does that look for iron ingots? I might have enough to do that. But the reason I can save on that, got 28 plates and 101 computers. So I'll go ahead and grab those to be able to get started on the assembler back on the lazy outpost. Drop off some more of that, grab that. It is, of course, is going to think that there's more stuff it needs to grab. I'm okay with that. Let it be confused. Okay, so the ore is out this way. The actual landing zone was over there, so I think this will be my front. Let's put these over here on this side. Let's also figure out other colors. So we've got this to go with the hazard armor scheme for the border. Let's go with increase the saturation. Kind of a dark green for the floor itself. This is easy enough to fix. All of these are also the same, and oh no, do I want that to be green or go with a nice sky blue for those? Yeah, I think that'll be nice. Maybe actually with these. I don't think the hazard paint will take, but it'll be at least the same color as the borders that it sits on. And then we'll just do all of the components themselves. Are that nice sky blue. And the floor is the green. I think I missed some of the floor. I will get to that when I'm actually welding things up and see what I missed. But at least now I have a color palette. And I am short a little bit more, but I have more stone. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. The blue there as we're rolling in, flying in, whatever you want to call it. I did leave the welding at times too. Welding and grinding, but that's because I don't like cranking those up too much overall. Once you get really good grinders, it makes trying to build and change things very difficult. Okay, you're gonna run out again. Let's go ahead and have some more stone. And that should push the iron up over the threshold. There we go. Now have enough iron to finish this off. And should definitely refill my things. That hydrogen tank is half empty. Gonna have to get ice soon. That's all the ice I have on board. I think I only have one of those right now, so I'll just take those. All right, and now I can actually get rid of this on here. That's what I was talking about. It got confused because I pulled those out of the seat without using the build planner to pull them. All right. Now, I like to have a cargo container right here, but I need the assembler and the refinery to be able to do the cobalt to get what I need for the cargo container. I could also use parts off of this, but I kind of like having a cargo container when I'm pulling parts off of here. So therein lies my conundrum. Back to stone mining, because this means I need to go ahead and get my refinery, which should be pretty quick and easy. And then I think once I've got the refinery up, that might be my episode 1 here. Because the longer the video, the longer it takes to upload it. I'll put the steel plates away for now. And these computers. Alright. No more unknown signals yet. Actually, you know what, let's just go ahead and grab all of these because at least some of them are going to be needed for the refinery. Get rid of that. Refinery, basic refinery. I didn't put it in my build planner. Well, I can do that after I set it now. So I know where I want my cargo container right here. So I can just put this here, spin around. This does mean a lot of manual back and forth until I get the cargo container, but that is the next thing on the list. All right, and now the build planner has what's remaining to put on there. And none of that was needed. And I actually want to put a marker right where I would have landed jumping out. MAS for Mars surface. LZ. I'm planning on season 2, which has no relation to the season 1 that I have on my channel. It just happens to be me doing another season. But the season 2 here is going to be Mars and its surrounding space. And I'm going to try to keep this save going and see how far I can push it going out to the other planets for other seasons. And actually trying to push the boundaries of how I know how to build. Let's see, I don't need that on there anymore. These all I kind of need. So let's go ahead and tell that to get building everything I need for the refinery. And I'm going to need to do a lot of mining for this, because the refinery uses a lot of steel plates, which are very expensive, which is why I went for the interior plate main floor. That, and I think in the long run it just looks better. The interior plates for walls and floors. It's what it's made for.
Inventory full.
And this is working the entire time, whether that's on building all the parts needed or cutting down stone to get more resources for all the parts needed. So I've already got almost 1/2 of the steel plates I need for it. And that's the biggest hurdle to cross. That is an unknown signal. Once it touches down, I will go and raid that. Because more much needed parts. It's still falling. You can see it moving there. If I put the crosshair on it, it makes it more visible to viewers. Having the refineries turned up is making this quite a bit faster. Too bad I'm not going to allow myself to keep that for long. But then again, the fact that I'm turning it off means I get to build a big refinery building for refining all of my ores. Okay, got all that stone out. Let's go check this unknown signal for its scrap. Whoa. Unlimited speed mod. Great and dangerous. Some power kits. Did not find a special item. Because I've been playing so many hours and grabbed so many of those, I don't have a whole lot left to unlock. Which means more often than not for me, these are just scrap. Just something for me to tear apart. And of course the loot that's inside. I like being able to get the credits. Back towards the lazy outpost. I don't actually need the LZ here marked, but that's just for future prosperity. So for in later seasons, if I want to fly back and check out where this all began. So let's go ahead and just turn that off. There we go. You've got a bunch of stuff for me, so let's just go ahead and go put that in along with whatever else I've got that this needs. I might lock out I did not luck out. However, I need a lot less stuff now because I did get all of the steel plates I need. So I'm going to change that on the build planner. I'm going to come back here. If you go into production, we need 254. I'm going to turn all of that off. Put back into production. We need 77. Much better. Those signals are saving me a decent bit of time here. I like that. I might be able to add a bit more things into this video, like getting the cargo container up and running. Maybe even getting a little bit of work done on welding up the floor area. Interior plates are fairly cheap. Okay, there's a full inventory. I can, however, put the rest of the stuff away. I'll be very happy to get the refinery up and running because this little bit of scrap is starting to pile up a bit. And mute up and take a drink. Alright. May as well go ahead and top off my bottle here. And now I've got plenty in there. But I want to get the rest of the stone ran through. I know where iron is. I'm going to need cobalt, nickel, and silicon. But I don't have, at this point in time, a flyable ship. I do have the ore detector on this thing, which reaches out to 600 meters, and for some odd reason means it can reach all the way out to 650 meters, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and turn the ore detector back on again. There's nickel there, iron, ice, gold, ice. So I don't see any cobalt nearby. I can take these down and rebuild them using flats and try to make it more of a little scout. That could be a useful idea there. Almost done with my parts for the refinery. That antenna is on. How far is the antenna broadcasting? Only 100 meters. I want that to broadcast 600 meters. I want to be able to see it when I'm close to the nickel. There we go. And now we have a basic refinery as well. Now I can throw the stone in here. It'll get done much faster in here than it does in the survival kit. But the survival kit is more efficient, gets more out of each bit of ore that it's breaking down. So I'm probably going to leave that. Put my survival kit, I guess, back here. I don't have a steel plate on me at the moment. But yeah, let's go ahead and go get some nickel. I want to go ahead and mark this nickel, because there'll probably be another drill rig over here. I don't like trying to use a mining ship on planets much. until after I've done the initial drilling. That's because everything shows up kind of as a pancake for ore underground on the planets. So this was nickel. What's in these rocks? Do I have cobalt in one of these rocks? That's iron. Iron is always good, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. This is what I'm looking for right now. The harder to find stuff. I guess. At least it's trying to be right now. Okay, so I'll just grab everything I can here for cobalt. I guess the stone too, and just go throw that in the survival kit. And the cobalt itself is going to take a little while to mine, or to refine. It's one of the longer ores to refine. Okay, that's pretty much full. So let's go back to the respawn pod, throw in the stone. Got a bunch of stone, little bit of cobalt. Fortunately, a little bit of cobalt goes a long way. How are those wind turbines doing anyway? Optimal and optimal. Love it. That means I'm going to have plenty of power to cut that down. How's my battery over here? Still at 75% or more. Once I get all this stone out of here, I can go and get one of those iron rocks and or some nickel. Yeah, I think I'll go for the nickel first, because the outpost itself is put right there on that iron. I don't need the ore detector on me anymore at the moment, and it will be some time before I'm going for that gold. Not forever, but sometime. Digging down in here and find some nickel. Nice calming music. Alright, there we go. Nickel. Let's just grab a bunch of that. Again, I don't mind grabbing some stone, but I'm mostly here for the nickel. Let's grab all that off the ground. I will be glad when I can get some better tools. Actually, I think nickel, silicon, iron is all I need, and a little bit of cobalt is all I need for the next level of tools. Make it back to the respawn pod to drop off this stone, and then I've got some more nickel, I think it was, down there. Got a nice chunk of the nickel. That'll go a long way towards being able to build a bunch of atmospheric thrusters. I also have the thruster pack on, tiered thrusters. What? Why is it not there? There we go. Oh, I put in the wrong tiered thruster pack. I just put in the tiered ions. I wanted to have tiered all of the thrusters. So I will fix that between this episode and the next. I have the right mod. It's just I have a lot of mods that say tiered thrusters, apparently. Oh, there we go. There's that little bit of nickel that was left. And go back to the lazy outpost and get that situated. There should be enough room in the basic refinery for that chunk. I need more power, so let's go sit in my seat for a few minutes. How's the O2 doing? I still haven't burned down any O2. I'm going through a lot of H2. Let's go ahead and turn off that antenna and stop broadcasting. Hunchback dropship, again the incons. That's going away from me though, that's good. Grab this stuff. Can I make better tools yet before I go grab iron? That's still working on the cobalt, but let's see. Tools. I can make the enhanced, so one level up. That is better than nothing. I will go ahead and throw my tools in here and disassemble those. And have that ready to go again. Move you over. Helps if I actually go back to character tools and drop each of these into their place. So this is all iron, but this is also iron in this rock over here, so I'll grab that first. Right click, just do the first bit of stone here, and then off to gather as much iron as possible. Already this drill is much better. Knocking a lot of ore pieces off in a go. Almost full already. Stop, pick that up, there we go. Now we've got some iron to throw in there. And some stone, I'm sure, to throw back into the survival kit. But a lot more iron than stone. Let's put the iron up front, then the nickel, then the cobalt. Over here, respawn pod. Try not to crash, even though it does sound fun. Now, people who watch my Mech Warrior content know that my favorite battle mech in Mech Warrior and Battletech is the Hunchback. So I keep looking at that thinking, how long is it going to take me to be able to steal one of those? Because I'm sure it looks better than anything I can build. Grab all of that, take it back to the assembler. I should have pretty much everything I need now to get my small cargo container up and running, which will allow me to destroy that starter pod and start getting ready to build a ship over here. Let's see. Oh wait, didn't I still have stuff in the seat? Whoa. Pretty sure I still have stuff in the seat. Yep. I'll leave the power in there. I have 14,000 credits already. Nice. But considering how much I have, how quickly, that kind of says to me that it's not worth that much. Move that over all of these. And then I want small cargo on the build planner. Grab everything I already have for it and put the rest into the queue. Now if you just tap it, you'll put everything that you currently have into it without actually welding it up, which is something I need to do right now. I need to reach through it to get over here. Typically, I would be disassembling all of my additional parts, but I don't have a battery up and running or anything yet. So wasting power, not a good idea right now. Okay, so waiting for just a little bit more stuff. Okay, so we've got more goodies incoming. Uh, 4 kilometers away. But there we go. Let's grab the assembler. Let's just grab all this stuff out of the assembler and shove that in the cargo. Alright, now what do I have on me that I don't directly need on me? Nothing. I need all this. But I can start taking things off of here. Like, I can take the survival kit off of here. I have enough iron over there to finish out the large grid variant. So let's go with kit. Accidentally turned my jetpack off. That's not very useful when you're needing to fly around. Put that right there. And now I need 14 steel plates. So there's 2, or no, 24. So now I need 22 plates. And we've got that covered. Show connected inventories on ship or station. I like to keep that on this window. It makes it where you can just pull whatever you need out of any of them, out of any of your containers. Speaking of containers, let's go over to refinery and just get that negligible amount of stone run through. The survival kit works in chunks of 100, so it can't do those small amounts. And let's see, other things required to survive over here is going to be an O2 tank, which we can take off of here. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. This will not fit over there at all. Vast difference between the 2 blocks, small grid and large grid. But it's a start. Get rid of that for the O2 generator. Whoa. I still haven't built my battery yet either. Gotta get on that. But first, get all this in here. Do I have anything I need? In there, a couple computers. So now it's just steel plates and a motor, apparently. All right. Was there anything else over here that I was going to directly rip off at the moment? No. I want the ore detector on there. I want the antenna on there. I guess there is a bunch of stuff in here I don't need, like parachute. All of that stuff that just fell. I'll pick that up. If I can get under here. And I also don't need this seat. That's going to drop a container for me. I have to go back to... Oh, wrong button. There. This is busted. Okay, there we go. And this is busted. Alright, so I have that shell that I can use. I could actually just use these 4 down thrusters that it already has in place as they are. And use some other thruster configurations to get myself around otherwise. But let's go see what we can get put together for this. Oh, whoops. Alright, deposit all of that and that. I now need to get myself a battery going right over here behind this. Kind of just giving out free power at the moment. So, do I have any steel plates in here? I do. Oh, too many. Okay, so the azimuth battery would be nice, but that requires superconductors and a lot of power cells. So I think I'm just going to go for the warfare battery. It's exactly the same as the normal battery, just nicer look. And do I want 1 or 2 of those? Let's go with 2 batteries. And first just see if we can build up the 1. Let's take that off of the build planner. I still have steel plates on me. Now see if I can build up the 1. Some stuff in here and put that in queue. Do we have enough? We have enough. Gonna have to go and get more iron soon. How's the refinery doing? Working on cobalt. Over here, go to all inventory and shove all that in the assembler. I think this probably is going to go a bit further out over here. I might put some extra storage along the back here. And then these with 6 in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 5 in between. Those should be fine. The tower is like 3 tall for the wind turbines. Ouch. I think that should work out pretty nicely. Okay, waiting for computers and power cells. I do have weather turned on. I don't know what Mars weather is like. I did, however, take advantage of the new option to turn off lightning damage. So I'll still get the storms and the pretty lightning, but it won't be trying to kill me the whole time and wreck everything I have built. There's going to be plenty of ships flying around wanting to do that, which, now that I'm saying something, there's none around. All right, that's taking a bit. We've got 6 minutes before this unknown signal is gone. Let's go get this. Once that battery is up, this episode should be complete. Whoa. If I don't completely smite myself flying over things. Okay, here's some construction components. I like that. Now give me my button. Give me my button. Really? You're just made to be weighted on that button? That's just how it's going to be. I win. Rainbow rifle. See? I win. Alright. Give me all of your steel. It's not much steel, but it's steel that I don't have to make myself, which makes it great. There we go. What's in this rock here? Nickel. Didn't I see another rock? There was a bunch over there. It's this one. That's the other one I saw that I was talking about. What's in this? Silver. That is amazing. I'm not going to bother putting my Mars surface logo on that because it's going to be completely eaten and disappeared soon. I don't like the survival kit. It tries to take over and start making things when I don't want it to. I am full of wrong buttons today. There we go. What's that recharge rate look like? Fully recharged in 3 hours. Alright. This particular outpost is going to be, for the most part, out in the open, I think. I might change where the power is located and stuff so I can put an awning over it. But I don't think it deserves overall a building or really needs one. I will need space to survive in here. Like I said, a little AFK room. But that just needs to be a small space with oxygen in it. Doesn't have to be that big. I could even just go ahead and put in a industrial cockpit somewhere that's like hooked up to the system, like right there, boom. That would have oxygen and be able to keep me nice and safe while I'm AFK. But I think I want to build a little office control room instead of doing that. In any case, if you liked today's video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to see more of me doing the space engineering thing, like up next, turning this into something usable for a scout ship, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.